Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are back planning or memory planning of the week of the 19th to the 25th of June, and we are using this absolutely stunning kit and foil pack from Lina Designs. And as you will see there, I just showed you my nails because somehow I perfectly had matched my nails to the spread. That was not intentional. It was just the design that I got, and then I realized, like, as I was planning, that my nails actually fit the vibe of this kit really, really well. I can't remember what the name of this kit is, and I don't have the leftovers in front of me, so I can't tell you, unfortunately, but of course it will be titled in the video. It is a really, really pretty kit, and the foil pairing I chose, I'm very, very happy with. I think it was her Seafoam colorway. And it's kind of like a bluey, greeny, holographic moment, and I think it's gorgeous. I did opt to use bubble underlays for this spread. I wasn't sure about it initially because I thought it would maybe be a little bit too busy, because I also used bubble foil overlays for the glitter headers, but I think all in all, once it was all put together, I think it works out really nicely, and I'm really, really happy with how the spread turned out. The only thing I'm a little bit, I don't know. I've got too much of a combination of handwriting and like multiple different scripts. Like I've got scripts from Carly Plans, I've got scripts from Planner Face, I've got scripts from Lalotte & Co. Have I got anything else? Lina Designs, because of the foil bundle. And I just think I've maybe used too many different fonts. I generally try to use the same fonts. That way it doesn't look too mismatched. So if you look at it for too long, I think maybe it looks a little bit busy. And I think where I've marked like my support chats, which you'll see when we get to that, they're a really dark, black, thick font. So I think maybe those are a little bit out of place as well. But I don't know. All in all, I'm really happy with the spread. I think it's really, really fun. But in case you couldn't guess, this was the week that I actually went to see the new Little Mermaid film. I went with my mum. I think I went with my brother. Did my brother come? Maybe he didn't. I feel like I maybe invited my brother, but he wasn't well, so he didn't come, and it was just me and my mum. Maybe he did. Oh, God. I honestly don't remember now. But anyway, it was like a girls' day. We went and saw the Little Mermaid. I gave this to my mum as part of her birthday present and like Mother's Day present. We both wanted to see it, so I said to her, like, when we go and see it, I'll pay for the tickets and I'll pay for the snacks, and that will kind of be like a, part of your gift. So this was the weekend that we both managed to be free enough to go and see it. This week I did actually use all of the full boxes in the kit. So in the sidebar, you'll actually see that I used 3 full boxes in total. I think I'm going to order a quote box for one of them because it's like a really bland, kind of really empty under the sea box. And I think it would look fun with like a quote over the top just to make it pop a little bit. And then I also marked in the sidebar that it was almost my birthday because this was 2 weeks away from my birthday. So my birthday was 4th of July, and obviously this week ended the 25th of July. Wait, was it maybe even a week later? No, 2 weeks later. So I popped that in my sidebar, and then per usual, up in the top left-hand corner, I do my little like deco moment. So I've used some paint splodges from Planner Face. I've used some deco from the kit, and then I bring in some like foil cluster, little sparkly moments from Lina Designs just to put some foil in that top left-hand corner as well. But looking at the spread now, you'll see what I mean about that bubble pattern. It does look quite busy on its own, but then obviously once you start laying boxes over the top, kind of breaks it up a little bit. But yeah, so my sidebar, very boring, very simple this week, nothing crazy. I actually managed to put date dots on, which I'm doing at the moment, which is very rare for me. You guys know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, that I tend to forget to put date dots, or I just neglect it and I'm lazy and I don't put them on. And then when I come time to do the voiceover, I'm just like, what dates were these? And then I fumble over my words trying to remember what the dates were, and it's just a cycle. So I'm obviously going through and doing that sidebar at the moment. what happened? I guess let's go ahead and get into it because it looks as though I've got some fun things here. So starting off on Monday the 19th. Oh, and again, for anyone who may be new here, hi, hello, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. But just a little FYI, I don't actually mention where each of the stickers that I use from the spread is from or are from. I don't know which sentence is grammatically correct there. But if you do have questions about a specific sticker or you want to know where something particular is from, pop it in the comment section below and I will get back to you. Reason being is back in the day, I used to try and say where every single sticker was from. And by the time I said that and then tried to explain my plans, I just completely ran out of time. I still run out of time as it is because I go on little tangents like this one. So I just now avoid that. I do mention each of the stores that I've used in the spread that are still currently open in my description. But as mentioned, if you have a question about a particular sticker or you want to know where something particular is from, let me know and I will come back to you with a response. But let's go ahead and jump into Monday. So like I said, Monday was the 19th of June. And I started off my day with a vet appointment. For anyone who watched my previous plan with me, I mentioned in that one that we basically lived at the vet. That's 2 vet appointments in the space of 4 days, I think, at this point in time. So literally we were living at the vet, or we should have been anyway. So we had an appointment with the vet. The vet is like an hour and a half drive from where we live because you have to take guinea pigs to a particular vet specialist, and there's not many in my area. Well, no, there's none in my area. I think there's one, and they still don't do the full extent of everything that a guinea pig could require. So we were traveling an hour and a half one way. So that's like 3 hours travel to get our guinea pig to and from the vet. It was very distressing. It was very tiring. It was just a lot, but the things you do for your pets, right? So that's how we started off our Monday. I did then mark that it was Coffee Monday, and heck knows I needed it because, again, like I said, that would have been an early morning travel so that we could both come back and go to work because my husband works in the city, so it's a whole thing. So I marked Coffee Monday. And then, as mentioned, I did come home from the vet appointment and I started work. So I probably started work at like, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I marked work. And on this particular day, just to make things that even a little more tiring, a little bit more complicated, a little bit more stressful, I had a support chat, which for anyone who may not have heard me speak of that before, it basically means that in the department that I work in, when we have new starters or we have staff that are going to be trained in a new service or skill, my team jumps into an MS Teams chat because we do work majority of the time from home at the moment, or at that point in time at least, and we answer their questions in real time. So rather than them having to place the client on hold and contact a relevant support line and whatnot, potentially waiting 15 to 30 minutes, we answer their questions in real time as they have the client on the phone to help them learn, to help them embed the knowledge, and to obviously help assist the client in the quickest possible way. So I had one of those chats, and usually they're insane. Like there's question after question, like you don't get time to breathe. It's kind of that intense. So I had one of these on this day as well. So this was a great Monday. And then I've marked that we had to pick up Honks from the vet. So we picked up the guinea pig from the vet. So not only did we have to drive all the way there in the morning, drop him off, leave him there, come back and work, we then had to drive all the way back after work to go and get him. I can't remember what happened at this point. He must have had another stay over, or he had another procedure, or he had new stitches. I don't know. He's had eye issues and teeth issues for the last 6 months, and they're kind of hand in hand. So if it's not the eye, it's the tooth, or vice versa. But we went and picked him up that night, and again, because by the time we both finished work, by the time we got there, we're driving home at like 8:30 at night, not getting home till 9:30. So we just got drive-through. So I got KFC and my husband got Hungry Jack's. They were right next to each other. So we both decided that we would have different cuisines, so to speak. And then when we got home, we had a Supernatural binge watch. I don't know whether we would have watched 1 or 2 episodes because it would have depended on time and both of us wanting to get some sleep. But that is how we finished off our Monday. On to Tuesday, I started the day by marking work, and then I put a cute little cupcake sticker there to mark that it was 2 weeks from that exact date until my birthday. I've then marked that I had the support chat again this week, so carryover from the day before. So I was in the chat 2 days in a row supporting the new staff or the newly trained staff. I then made a specific mention of one of my brothers having trouble in his workplace, just workplace politics. I'm not going to go into details because obviously it's not my business to share and I don't want to put that information on the internet. I'm happy to share my details and my information, but my brother's obviously confided in me and I'm not going to share any of that, but I did. It was noteworthy, obviously, so I put that in my planner. I then marked that I had some coffee, and that evening I've just marked that we chilled out with the boys, so we just hung out with the dogs on the couch and didn't really do much of anything. On Wednesday, I started off the day by marking work, and then I've put a little munchkin there to mark that it was a hectic day. And then I've marked city fail, which basically city fail is another name for city rail, which is our like transport train system. So instead of shitty rail, I put city rail because that's the more offensive name, but I kept it calm. I put city fail. I think this was the night that my husband got home really, really late, and yeah, it was a whole thing. I've then also marked that Wednesday was payday, and then that evening was State of Origin, where my state versed the top end Queensland state, and it's just this ongoing rivalry. I didn't even mark who won. I don't even think I watched this series. I think I mentioned it before in the first match. I'm completely disinterested. Like, we keep picking the same people for the team each year, and it's just, we never win. We don't learn, so it is what it is. And then I marked that I had a YouTube binge to finish out Wednesday. Moving over to Thursday, I have marked work to start the day. And once again, I did have a support chat. So day 3 of 5 in the support chat. And then this day, I also did some laundry. I then marked having a cup of coffee after work. So I would have had my little coffee. I had a little YouTube binge there, as you can see. So I would have had my little laptop open, YouTube on, coffee in hand. It was wonderful. And then I finished out the night by watching Twitch. Friday being the last working day of the week, I did mark work there. And then this particular day, I was having internet dropouts, which obviously a pain in the butt when you work virtually and from home. Because when you have technical issues, if they don't fix themselves, our workplace protocol is that you then have to drive into the office, which for me can be an hour to an hour and a half drive one way, dependent on traffic. So naturally, when dropouts happen, you want them to fix themselves because you really don't want to have to go all the way to the office. Luckily, I didn't. It did fix itself, but obviously it was frustrating nonetheless. I've then marked that after work I did a little bit of a tidy up or clean up, and then I've marked that we had Pizza Hut for dinner that night. So I actually had pizza. Like, who am I? Usually I'll have spaghetti or like pasta if I can, but if I have pizza, I obviously felt like pizza. Which is very, very rare. My husband would have been happy because he would eat pizza for every meal of the day if he could, but me, not so much. And then I've marked that I pulled stickers, that we had a Supernatural binge watch to finish out the evening, and I also remembered to mark Planner Face new releases. I've said this in a I've said this in a plan with me also recently, that I tend to forget to use those stickers, even though I generally buy from Planner Face like every week when new releases come out. But I always forget to mark it. So this particular week I didn't forget and I marked it. On Saturday, I have marked that I slept in. I've then got the little movie marquee there to state that we went to see The Little Mermaid, but I didn't write it in because I hate my handwriting, so I probably need to order a script because as I'm doing this voiceover months and months later, I still haven't marked that in. So I'm going to need to do that, finalize this spread and get it finished. After the movie, I did need a coffee, so I went and got a takeaway coffee from my favorite coffee shop with my mom. And then I marked that once we were done with that, we came home and I actually spent some time at my mum's house. That night I marked that we had some Milo ice cream. So I had some vanilla ice cream with Milo, which for anyone who is not Australian, it is basically a choc malt powder that you can use to make hot chocolate, iced chocolate. And I basically just sprinkle it on top of my ice cream and it's delicious. And then when I came home, hubby and I had a Supernatural binge watch session once again. And then finally, let's see if we can get through this quickly. On Sunday, I marked that I slept half the day away. So I probably slept until like 11 o'clock, maybe midday. When I got up, I had my morning a cup of coffee, and it was council cleanup. So basically we put all of our unwanted rubbish and big items that we can't dispose of in the regular trash out on the curb, and council organizes a truck to come and collect it. And that happens twice a year for us usually. So this was the first one of the year. And then that night, my football team versus the Cowboys. I didn't mark the score, don't know why, but I've marked that in my planner, of course. And then I've marked that it was windy AF, and that we finished out Sunday by watching Supernatural. But that is that. In just a moment, I will take you through the kit leftovers. I will give you a little bit of a foil wiggle. And that is the end of this plan with me. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you are new here, please consider liking and subscribing. And hopefully I will see you all very, very soon with another plan with me video, maybe a kit lineup video, depending on what order I post things in, but it will be soon. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.